Morning. We arrived at about 7 o'clock this morning, having got off the ferry at 10 o'clock French time and driven through the night, which was really tough going. But we managed it. Between us, we got here. First thing we did was make the bed and then get in it. I'm just showing you what's happened, Jude. It's not so. This is obviously the roadside, which is not so bad. Some bits have tried to grow up, but it still looks pretty clear along here, which is good. Probably because it's been so dry. We know where they chuck the concrete down. Well, obviously it is very thin because the grass and weeds have already started to grow up there. Peter forgot his hat, so he's wearing mine. It's very fetching. So going in the gate, this is the bed on the side that was completely cleared. As you can see, it's just started to try and grow up there again. The weeds started coming back up here on the drive bit. This is just for Judith. I'm doing it. Yeah. The tree, despite being flattened and then attacked, looks okay. So this is the front border. These are peaches. I had one this morning. We've obviously got loads of them have come off, but there are still some on the tree. So I shall pick those, try and clear up. I squelched on one this morning. But this all still looks pretty good. Along here, you can see where we got to. The grass isn't too bad as well after all the trimming. That's started to grow up again. And the hedge is still magnificent. There, look at that. Still a fabulous view over the top of it. And that's obviously where you didn't do. And that's where you did. It's unbelievably hot, so I'm not sure how much we're going to be getting out in the garden, certainly today. Peter's walking around looking totally daunted by everything. I'm going to go shopping. Speak to you soon. So it's almost exactly 1 year since we bought the house, and we arrived about 7 o'clock this morning, having driven through the night. It's not a good way of doing it. It's really hard driving in the early hours of the morning, but we have seen some progress on the pool. They have now put a coating on top of the concrete. Presumably there will be a liner to go on top of that. And they've also... Peter forgot his hat. Hence he's wearing my bucket hat at the moment, which I think it's very fetching. They've also run the pipes up to here. They put the slab in for the pool house, which is not exactly where we asked them to put it, but it's near enough that it's not going to upset us greatly. It's fine. Hopefully that's where the shed will fit. What do you think?
It's 2x3, so it should fit.
Fantastic. All we've got to do is build it now.
So a bit of pruning going on in the blazing heat. Meanwhile, yours truly is struggling to construct a floor for the shed that is going to contain stuff for the pool, which is here. Some delicate work going on the shed doors. Bit of expert siliconing.
This is definitely not expert. By any stretch of the imagination.
As we keep saying to ourselves, it's only the shed.
Yeah, just as well.
The rest of which we can see.
Oh man, you really should have videoed that. That's a beautiful line, I say to myself.
Over here.
So last night was a bit more exciting than was strictly necessary. We had worked hard all day putting up the shed in the baking heat, and were slumped quite comfortably after our evening meal, watching some rubbish on the TV, when I was looking at my weather app and saw that it was supposed to rain overnight. Well, unfortunately the shed only had half its roofing felt on, so we thought, maybe we should go out and cover it with a big tarpaulin. Great idea. 10 o'clock at night, pitch black, there's absolutely no light from anything around here. So we set up a floodlight out of one of the bedroom windows and put on all the outside lights that we'd got. Peter was dressed in his loungewear, shorts and t-shirt. I had my caftan on, so wellies went well with that. Peter donned his work boots, off we went with torches down the death slope, which is round the side of the house, down to the shed with the tarpaulin. Fine, got the tarpaulin over the shed, light from the bedroom, did very nicely. See what we were doing. Thought, maybe we should tie it on, or tie the bits together. So I thought, let's go back and get some string, back up the death slope. When we got to the front door, unfortunately, it transpired that we had woken the hornets. We have a hornet nest at the top of the house there in the window. They go buzzing in and out in the attic. We've also got a wasp nest down the side of the house, neither of which are bothering us, so we weren't intending to do anything with it, just wait, because they'll die off in the winter. However, we had obviously woken them up with our traipsing about with tarpaulins, and we've got glass in the front door. Let me see if I back up. I don't know if you can see or not, but we have got glass in the front door, and basically they were dive bombing the door. There we go, because the light was on inside and the light was up here in the porch as well. So we had to make a run for it into the house, which was only partially a success, because soon we got in, I saw one had come in with us. God, they are big. So obviously I screamed and got Peter on the case. Quick, do something, as I do. Fortunately, the hornet made a rookie error, as Peter said. It's kind of flew down behind a spirit level, which was resting on top of the plasterboard, and he was able to flip it up and squash it. So that was the end of that one. Unfortunately, another one had also made it into the kitchen, but we were able to use we've got some wasp hornet spray, and so we used that on it. Whether it died from the spray or we just drowned it, I'm not entirely sure. That was done. So excellent, tarpaulin on, hornets dealt with, lights off. We're practically sitting in complete darkness now because the hornets are still crashing into the front door, quite alarmingly actually. So go and turn the floodlight off in the bedroom, where I came across what has been so far the biggest spider. More screams ensued. Peter, you're now on spider watch. Right, he said so, and he comes, deals with that. So I've had enough of the wildlife here. I said, I'm now going to go to bed. So go to the bathroom, in there, minding my own business. Blinking mouse run across the room. At least I hope it was a mouse. It looked pretty big actually, but I'm going for mouse. More screams ensued. I'm like, seriously, I am getting on my bed and I am not getting off until the morning. Way too much wildlife for one evening.
café?
Je veux bien, s'il vous plaît.
Oui, oui. Et pour lui?
Il en boit pas.
Un café? Oui.
Orange juice.
Orange juice.
Orange juice? Oui, ok. Et pour vous?
Non, moi, juste un café.
Non?
Cafe, just cafe.
Un café. Du lait et du sucre?
Non, sans sucre, sans lait.
Ok.
Here comes Darryl down the death slope, as we've taken to calling it, with some refreshments for the crew. Cutscene. Trying not to get run over by the digger. Wonder what they'll make of custard creams. Digging the trench for the electric cable. Which will go in behind the shed. This flat area here. Not sure yet what's happening on this side. Since, as we can see, we have run out of earth. So something will have to be done. No doubt involving more expenditure.
Just to confirm that Peter hasn't lost his ditch digging skills. Having finished the pool, he's now turning his attention to a trench, which obviously is small beer compared to the pool dug earlier.
Have this done in a couple of minutes.
It's jolly hard work. There's a lot of stones. Excellent, keep up the good work. So, a year we've had our property in Montericu, and back for another 2 weeks over that anniversary, and quite a lot has been achieved in these last 2 weeks, both inside and out. They've filled in around the pool mostly, so made a nice flat area there. They're going to get some more soil, so to do something about the sheer drop on the other side. Goodness knows when they'll be back to do that, in their own sweet time, no doubt. Peter and I constructed this fine shed. Judith and I took delivery of it last month, and it was lying in 1 trillion pieces in the barn, and we have put that together. That's for the pool house, all the pump and the bits and bobs that need to go in there. There's been electric cable digging. This was a ditch. The pool chaps dug the ditch, or the trench, for the cable, and Peter dug it a bit more by hand, obviously, and then we filled it in, which was exhausting on a very hot day. And Peter's done more hole drilling to get the electric cable in. Mark, the electrician, we're back to finish connecting that up in what we call the utility room. Oh yes, the death slope. It's just still pretty deathly, but got on my wick sufficiently for me to take to hacking bits back off this the hedge, and we put a few stones down, so it's slightly easier to negotiate now. So not quite so much of a death slope, probably just a serious injury slope now. Tried to hack some bits off that tree, hacked a bit off that tree, Unbelievably, I have actually trimmed the whole of the front lawn, although it doesn't really look like it now because, you know, grass keeps doing that, keeps growing. And I finished clearing the garden so it's slightly less jungle-like, chopping back trees and edging, finding some stones, of which we have many, edging there. The only other thing I think really
So here we are preparing for the big bash, as we like to call it, when this wall becomes a hole in the wall. Ready, cardboard on the floor, ready to catch the pieces of wall. There's an awful lot of wool.
we go up and take the big wall down. Yep, I think that
Went through.
that worked. Whoa! Whoa, that was a big bit.
hard work?
Well, it's not really, it's quite hard just holding this up. It's not bashing it hard.
Oh, it's so exciting! Are we sure we want this wall to come down?
Too late now. I like Here we go, cricket in the background. Wall demolition in full flow. Making a large pile of rubble in the corner.
Need to get off this now.
So,
Crikey.
might want to move something or do something because of these. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, we will. I think we should probably get rid of that lot.
Yeah.
Goodness me. So, quite a large rubble pile down there. Wow.
That is definitely a big pile.
I might need the spade.
I think you might. Would you like me to drop it down for you? Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Right, the momentous day in the bathroom. We're actually starting to fit the floor. One piece is already down. Fantastic. This is quite exciting because for a whole year now I've been wanting to get rid of this floor, and we are actually getting quite close to having this floor, which when it's finished is going to look absolutely amazing. Some transformation. Right, this is a momentous occasion as we are seeing the last. Could you like to just show us what is disappearing? The last of the disgusting blue tiles. They are going, and I've never been so pleased to see the back of a tile in my life. It's the last bit of the bathroom floor.
Okay.
It's going in.
Quick tap. Last one for luck.
Fantastic.
All done.
All the floor is in. Proper photos, videos later. Today has not been the most productive day. In fact, we've achieved one tile. There it is. It's a magnificent tile, but it is the only thing we have achieved today. Oh, actually, that's not true. We did find a kankari and managed to get a key cut for the front door, which was no mean feat. We are still trying to make the bath taps not leak. They've been on and off and on and off. So far, 3 of the 4 joints don't leak. I take that as quite successful. However, unfortunately not wholly successful. Most unfortunately, in the midst of this Peter looking not very happy, although he doesn't look terribly worried. In the midst of trying to sort out the bath taps, unfortunately we realised that we'd sprung a leak on a main water pipe downstairs, so we actually have no water now until we work out how to fix that. So we're very proud of today's achievement, and there it is.
First cut.
One of many, I should think. So yesterday we were quite content with our minor plumbing problems. The bath tap was leaking, but we were making some sort of progress with it, trying to work out what to do. Unfortunately, whilst trying to do that, one of the main pipes sprung a leak, which means the only way to fix it is to basically cut a piece out of the main water pipe, which means that if we can't fix it, we're right back to where we started a year ago with no water, for different reasons, but never mind. Tiling is happening in the bathroom. And successful tile cutting as well at the moment. Hooray! Amazing.
It'll do. It's not round, but
It is round.
roundish.
So inside this week it's been mostly Operation Bathroom, and I think one of the best achievements is this fabulous floor, which we've managed to put down on the bathroom. So finally the blue tiles have gone. Hooray, 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 hooray. Skirting board has been added mostly. We've got to do there, but then we've got to do something about behind the basin. Splashback on the basin and the tiles around the bath have been applied, grouted, and it's been siliconed. The bath taps, the mixer bath tap here, well, they've been off and on and off and on and off and on, and finally I think we've cracked it. They're on. I don't care if we haven't, they're staying on. A little bit of extra painting has gone on the windows. Still got finishing touches in here, but by and large this beautiful bathroom is pretty much there. Just a bath panel to be made and go around, and touch-up painting. So that was a major achievement of these 2 weeks. And the other, well, the other thing, although one major achievement as far as I'm concerned, is the acquisition and assembly of the shoe rack, because Peter needs 200 pairs of shoes. We're here. But the other major achievement is the removal of this wall between these two bedrooms. So as you go through, there used to be the door on the slant going that way and one going that way, and now there's no wall at all. We knocked it down to make this amazing huge space here. We chucked it all out of the window, and there's a fabulous pile of rubble outside that window. And in the next 2 weeks, Monsieur de Terme, Christophe, is coming to put the windows, one in that wall and one in that wall. So next time we see this place, hopefully, the windows will be installed. Yikes!